Hello, good molweni and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ulwando Nyeva and thank you so much for gracing me with your presence. Today I want to talk about masterclasses. There are so many masterclasses just popping up everywhere. I mean, if you are into events, you are definitely seeing all these ads that are coming, and I honestly believe this is a beautiful transition for event planners, because we are notably, well, a portion of the industry are notably people who are very fixed in one way of doing things and not really into finding new ways of doing business. And part of the lockdown has been in that, because we have had a stop and go with regards to the industry and doing events, we haven't had stable incomes, especially for the people who do events full-time. On events, I also think this is a huge lesson for event planners who have been taking their businesses as side hustles, using their income or their added income to their jobs, and more of a hand-to-mouth type of business where they actually use the events business income to supplement their own personal lifestyle. Now I really hope people will wake up to the fact that we need to have fully pledged businesses that are fixed, that are stable, and that are making money. So people are coming up with ways to make money, very creative. I support anybody who has the skill, who has the knowledge, to open up themselves, to avail themselves to planners who are in need to learn that skill, something that you feel that the world, the events world, can benefit from. This is your time to get it out there and also make extra money while there are no events to set up. My only problem is that you as the viewer are going to be tempted to possibly partake in master classes where you actually have no need in attending, money for, you actually have no plan for, but because you're sitting at home and you have idle hands, you've got nothing better to do with yourself, and you happen to have some spare cash. Worst case scenario, we actually don't even have the money, but because you have idle hands and you are desperate, you are in a space where you are feeling like events is not coming through, there are no bookings, and you are frustrated. Take your frustration and start thinking of other means to make money, and you are gonna think that possibly this is the best time to start a business, and you venture out into something else. Then you're gonna throw yourself, find money, borrow money, beg for money, and get yourself invested in something that you were not truly meaning to do, and that's where you will waste the money and make the mistake of investing yourself in something you are not ready for. So this is my story, guys. When I started in events, I obviously didn't know anything. After some time, I got clued up on who's who in the events world, and then I got introduced to Precious the planner, and she's the one who actually came up with this whole phenomenon of masterclass. No, I stand corrected. She didn't come up with the phenomenon of masterclasses, but I do believe she's the one who really gave value to the idea of hosting a masterclass. Now we all know that Precious is associated with prestige, with class, with luxury. Her, when she hosted a class saying, guys, I'm availing myself to someone who's interested, and if you have the money, please attend. Guys, the FOMO I had because I couldn't attend, and I didn't have the money. At that point in my career, I wasn't making that type of profit. I was making profit, guys, good profit, just not enough for me to attend however much she was charging at that point. But I didn't let that deter me. I did get major FOMO again when my friend Sihle told me that she'd attended one, and what an amazing experience it was for her. But it's okay, these things happen, guys. Like I say, when the student is ready, the master or the teacher will always appear. So anyways, I couldn't afford to go to the masterclass for Precious. I didn't let that deter me. Then fast forward came through the idea of possibly attending Lola's floral workshop. Guys, if you don't know, oh, side note, all the names that I'm mentioning on this video, please do yourself a favor and Google these guys and go to their pages and check their work. Lola, on the other hand, is someone who really like kind of pushed my eventing skills idea set. She really made me think of eventing in a whole new spec when I discovered her. And she honestly has this gentle touch about her events, and I just wanted to be about that touch, with following her and liking everything she was doing. And then she had the floral workshop. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend it, or rather I invest equipment back into your business. So then the whole phenomenon of me and this other clique that one day I'll talk about, we formed this group and we decided that we are going to push these specials. All the money we're going to get, we're going to buy equipment and grow our businesses. So that's what we did. I didn't attend Lola's class, but I didn't let that deter me. If anything, I realized that this is also a time for me to push my balloons and really like mind the craft, because I also wanted to attend a balloon workshop, but at that time there were no classes available in SA. So I had to place a lot of value and time and data into staying on the net and watching up tutorials so that I would perfect my skill on how I could do my balloons. Now, because I was still in the mindset of Precious the Planner, I really had a vision of where I wanted to take my business. I was following the people that they were following, and then I realized through association that Precious the Planner actually has close ties with the SA School of Weddings. I hope I'm saying that right. So what I heard through the grapevine is that she uses the students there. I started reading up on the school, and I found that it would actually be beneficial for me to actually attend. Since I can't go to the floral workshop, perhaps this was much more of a smarter move for me to go to a school and actually have a few subjects that would then outline more subjects as just to one thing that I wanted to do with the floral workshop. It was great. I was starting to take my business more seriously. I had the funds, I could go, but again, I could not register myself to the institution because, number one, it was very far from where I stay. Two, the hours of the times of the classes were in the evenings, and where I worked, where I lived, and where the school was totally different directions. So that was also a problem. And number three, the traveling at night, it just was not going to work out for me. So I missed out on that opportunity. The industry being a very small one, you meet people and you talk and you engage. So I met up, and in my conversations with some event planners, I started to dig a little bit on the ones who would tell me that they attended a workshop or they were students of the SA School of Weddings. I really hope I'm saying this right, guys. What I gathered was that most of the students who went or attended these workshops, classes, and tutorials didn't really grasp what they were going for to these sessions. And I asked for more in-depth explanations of what did you do there, what did you learn. They could not like really give me like definite things. They could not explain to me what value they got besides, oh, I met Lola, I got to meet Precious the Planner, I took a photo with her, I had a goodie bag, I got to do that. They couldn't give me anything of substance. That's what I'm looking for. They didn't have anything of substance where I could feel like, yo, right now I'm really jealous that I missed out on all these opportunities to attend these classes and workshops. So when I was able to now attend the SA School of Weddings, because I was handling my money and my finances better, and the school was offering sort of like installments that you could pay off the fees because there were terms. So as I said, I didn't attend. And then for Lolo's class, that was my decision to not attend and rather spend the money, as I said, on building my business. So now the notion of the saying, when the teacher is ready, the student will appear. This is when I understood the meaning of that saying. If you don't know about it, it's a Chinese or Japanese saying that basically means that You can go and learn something or find information or sit in a class or read a book, but if you do not have reference, if you do not have passion, if it's not your time, if it's not the plan, if it's not what you are ready to do, whatever you learn will not really make sense to you. But if you are someone who is, example with the floral class with Lola, if you are someone who has been passionate about flowers, you have been going to the floral market, you've been reading up, you've been YouTubing, like you've really been obsessed with it. If the chance came for you to attend the floral workshop, you have so much more of a bigger chance to really grasp what Lola is teaching in that class. Like you'll get an overview as opposed to someone who just goes there because they just had an opportunity to attend the class. The book, I like examples because examples simplify things. When I read a book, this is something I got from Oprah. I always have a dictionary on hand. So obviously if I'm reading on the phone, I will then use the phone's dictionary. If there's a word I don't understand in a book or in a sentence, I will not continue reading. Search, I Google the word so that I understand the full sentence. If I don't get that full sentence and I carry on reading the book, then by the time I'm done, I would not have gotten 100% of what the author was meaning. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Do not be tempted right now to attend these classes because it feels good and you're excited and you have nothing to do with your time. If you're interested in these subjects, if these spark joy in you, then good. Use that to rather gain knowledge by yourself at this point. Research, read about it, follow your faves, buy data, stop and read about the topic that you're interested in, and then I promise you guys, there will be another class and you can then enroll to attend the workshop, go to the institution or attend the class and get the knowledge. What I'm trying to get you guys to understand is, I'm not saying the classes are bad. The classes, the workshops are amazing. Guys, I am a living example. I missed out on the master class with Precious, missed out on the Lola class. I missed out on going to the SA School of Weddings. I'm 6 years later and I'm attending my first master class, and it just so happens that it's being hosted here from Botloga Beautiful Creations. And the only reason why right now, 6 years later, this is making sense to me is because I've had 6 years of running I finally got into a place where I know exactly what it is that I want to improve in my business. I'm not just throwing myself at every course, which is what I find people do. They'll come to my balloon workshop, they'll go to a baking class, they'll go to a floral workshop, they'll go to this, but 6 months down the line, they have done nothing with that information. I have students who are coming back to me, I taught months ago, saying, yo Lwando, now that I see balloons are the in thing, I want to capitalize on it. Can we have a refresher class? Why are we having a refresher class? Because the time when they came to me for the class, they were not ready. But right now, my universe, my stars, guys, everything about me is aligned. And I know right now is the perfect time for me to attend a masterclass. Masterclass, what I love about it is that it covers a lot of things. The point is, I'm in a space now holistically where I know where exactly I need to invest in my business, and I'm not just throwing my money away. That is my warning to you. Please do not be tempted by these amazing and beautiful offers that are on the plate. There will be other classes, I promise you. And when those classes come, you will be ready. You will understand. You'll get more value from these classes than attending now just because the opportunity is there. Before I end off my video, I really want to give a shout out to Nchovelo Cakes. She is a lady who bakes really beautiful, smart, clean. Guys, if there's people you need to follow and you are a baker, Nchovelo Cakes, baked by Bonnie, they give good work. Also baked by Opie, and her cakes even, guys, you know, like cake, a Trunchbull, Mrs. Trunchbull chocolate cake, she does that type of sponge. So I want to give a shout out to Nchovelo Cakes. She's based in Midrand, and because she noted of the lockdown and she couldn't carry on having her classes, she started to create platforms where she is now hosting online class. She is saying, even from the comfort of your own home, I'm still here and willing to teach you, so you can still get the value of the lesson, and she can also get an income during the lockdown. That is an amazing initiative, and I'm hoping a lot more people will look into that. Unfortunately for me, I've had people who've approached me about online classes, and I just cannot get my mind around how I could have an online class. I feel like with balloons, I really need to be there and present. There's so much handwork to it that needs me to be there physically. I toned down from having big classes. I now have one-on-one classes, which I also have found that the students get so much more value from. They're more comfortable, they're less anxious, they ask more questions. They gather so much more confidence in a one-on-one class because they don't have to be intimidated by anybody else in a bigger class being faster, or they're slower, or there's just someone who's asking more questions and they're more shy. So this is me saying I am so excited to attend my first master class because I feel it is my time. I feel that I am now a student and my teacher has come. More than anything, because I haven't been doing events for such a long time, I have so many points that I want to just notch up a bit. I have to ignite the flame, the creativity, and just being around like-minded individuals. So if you also feel that the same thing is happening to you, then please do go. And that is my 2 cents, guys. Take it or leave it, but I'm trying to save you some coin. Buy data, nighttime data, Telkom. Do what is best for you. Try stretch your rands. This is not the time to be just throwing money everywhere. I hope if you are someone who is interested, you go take advantage of these specials, take advantage of these classes. They probably will never be as cheap as they are right now. I do appreciate you always showing me love in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you also subscribe. If there's anything you want me to cover, guys, please do drop in the comment section what that is. I'm happy to help. I love you to bits and pieces. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.